it's Stasha Erickson. I hope you're all doing well today. It is Wednesday, June 28th of 2017, and I have some very exciting news for all of you. I have completed the writing, proofreading, and editing for the Mandela Effect book project. And I'm just super excited because I thought I would not be complete with this first book of research until maybe Christmas of this year. But I've just been working nonstop. I've had this real fire underneath me and a lot of motivation and inspiration that I feel has really come divinely to kind of help me push through and just get it all done. One thing I've learned from publishing books in the past that you can definitely sit on a book too long, you can over edit it, you can try too hard to make it perfect, and then it just never gets released. And with such an important subject as the Mandela effect, and with the fact that it is really affecting people as we speak, I just had to wrap it up and get it done. Now, what I did was I actually started the book in alphabetical order of the list of Mandela effects as they appear. So I started with anatomical changes to the human anatomy. Then I went into astronomical changes, and that was us changing locations in the universe. Also, NASA changing our star signs. If you don't know this, about a year ago, NASA changed all of the zodiac signs from 12 over to 13 to include Ophiuchus, the 13th sign. Many people have not discovered this yet, but it was September of 2016 that NASA officially changed our zodiac. So I have gone alphabetically, and then the next letter of Mandela effect changes came to B for Bible changes. I had so many Bible changes to go through. My list, I thought it was like 1,000, but it was actually closer to almost 2,000 verses that had changed in the Bible. Yes. Now, most of them, I have to say, after doing a full year of research on Bible changes, the only Bible that I am mostly finding changes in is the King James Bible. During my research on this topic, I found out a lot more about King James than I actually would have liked to find out. And it's actually inspired me to start taking notes for a second book that I'll be releasing probably next year. And it's going to be the truth about King James and Queen Elizabeth I and how it came to be that they became the aficionados of the Bible that most people go to today. It's a very interesting story. And as you guys know, I'm in a degree program right now to become a minister or get a master in divinity. And I've actually been bringing these things up in my classroom. And surprisingly, I do go to a Christian university. So I was thinking I would hit a lot of negativity based on the work that I'm doing. And it was actually quite interesting that when I was presenting some of these changes to my professor and classmates, that many of them were actually very aware of the King James Bible being manipulated. And in fact, at my school, they won't even use the King James Bible. We usually use the NIV. So the more you know, even in Christian universities, they're not acknowledging the King James Bible. I had no idea how much manipulation went into that book. So I've expanded on that a lot. But once I had expanded upon that, and went over like the top 5 Bible changes and really tried to present all arguments. I presented all the arguments for the Lord's Prayer. I presented all the arguments for judge not lest ye be judged. All of these things. Once I had done that, each chapter was getting to be like 50 or more pages. And I don't mean short book pages. I mean long Word document pages. So 50 long Word document pages turns into about 100 short book pages. So once I had gone through writing an introductions chapter, explaining what the Mandela effect is, how it was born, who coined the term, what is the Mandela effect, what do people believe it is, and then I went through alphabetically anatomy, astronomy, and Bible, I was at basically about 300 pages already. It's just really hard for people to retain such detailed information such as the Mandela effect. And I'm an over researcher, if anything. I don't try to skim over the surface of things. So once I had completed those chapters, I had to write a theories chapter. And in that chapter, I touched on one theory that was sent to me from one of my subscribers called quantum reality. So if you're watching this quantum reality, I loved your theory on the Mandela effect. So I actually used that as the introduction to the theories chapter of my book. I then followed that chapter with a very extensive theory that connects both the physics and scientific side of the Mandela effect and the faith biblical side of the Mandela effect. And this was actually a paper that was written in 1999 by a man called Byron Preston. And most of you guys know him as Harmony Mandela Effect, or One Harmony. He wrote this amazing paper in 1999 called The Physics of the Bible, or the Throne of God. If you follow Harmony, you've probably already read this paper or seen this paper on his channel. He wrote it so long ago that he actually never ended up publishing it. And when I came across this paper, it filled in so many blanks for me as to where the gap between science and faith, are, and how we could really bridge these things together. And when I found this paper, I was just blown away at his interpretation and his theories about the Bible and physics. So Byron gave me permission to put that in the book as well. He'd never been able to publish it in the past. So now, thanks to my editing team and to those of you who made donations, we were able to take Byron's paper and format it to also be included in the book. After that, I concluded by referencing one of my own Mandela Effect videos, which was the top 25 theories of what could be causing the Mandela Effect. I went through my video and I was transcribing as I went, and once I got to the 10th theory, I was still only about halfway through my own video. So I had to kind of wrap it up there. So I did the top 10 theories as well that had come into my lap since I started this research. After that, I essentially just had to write a quick conclusion chapter, and I just really wrote a couple of pages to make a conclusion. And yeah, the book has 69 images in it right now, and it was 200 long pages, so I'm assuming it's probably about 300 to 400 short pages. So the book is done. I had to wrap it up. I had so many of you guys contact me and send me your own personal Mandela Effect stories via email. I have emails from back to September of 2016, and I just actually started reading them for the first time. So there's about 5 or 6 of you that I read your stories and responded to you and asked if I had permission to use your personal Mandela Effect story in the book, and most of you got back to me already. What I've decided to do is I have already taken all of the research that didn't fit into book 1, and I've started book 2, essentially volume 2 of the Mandela Effect. Now, this next volume is going to focus on all the things I couldn't cover in the first book. So the main things I'm going to focus on for book 2 are going to be geographical map changes, because that's such a big one. I'm going to go over all of the logo changes, which has been a pretty big deal. I'm going to continue on the next 15 theories that I didn't get to touch on in my first book. I'm also going to be touching on all of the historical things that have changed, like the JFK situation, the guy with the tank in Tiananmen Square. Let me see what else I was going to provide for all of you in the second book. Let's see here. And I'm not live streaming today because I keep being told by people that my live streams are blocked in multiple countries, and I do not know which countries they are being blocked in. So I'm just going to continue to do videos for a little while, maybe not do so many live streams for my channel, because yeah, it's crazy. They're blocking me left and right. Okay, so yeah, for second book, we'll go over logos, maps, more Bible changes. Also, we're going to get into the books that have changed, the books that have changed in titles and names, the historical changes. Also, I'm going to be covering lyrical changes, lyrics to songs that have changed. Those ones have really messed with me. And then I'm also going to conclude the book then. I'll talk more about theories. And then the final chapter of book 2 will be true stories from the Mandela Affected. So for all my people that do map videos, mostly Lone Eagle and Nobleness D, I really need your guys' help on this. So if you have the time to go through your videos, take some screenshots of before and after map shifts with like some brief summaries for me, that would be so great. I really look up to you guys in the work that you do. Or anybody else that has map changes, send them my way. If anybody has logo changes, residual evidence for logos changing, particularly Volkswagen, Volvo, the really big ones, And if you have your own personal Mandela effect story that is just really moving and really one of a kind, and you have any type of proof or something to go along with it, you do not have to use your real name in the book. In fact, when I am including the true life stories in book 2, I will most likely just call everybody by the first letter of their first name. So if your name is Jennifer, you'll be called J, so on and so forth. But in order for the rest of the world to understand that the Mandela effect is real, the world needs to hear from real people. And that is why this entire book that I've written has been so based on not just my own experiences, but everybody else's that have come across my path. I also want to say, if you're somebody who has left comments on any of my Mandela effect books, videos here on YouTube, your comments have also made it into this book. If you watched my videos from the beginning, I said, please leave comments because your comments will end up in this book. A lot of you guys probably didn't think I would end up using it, but I did. So if you have left comments on any of my Mandela effect videos in the past, particularly my anatomy, astrology, and Bible and theory videos, then all of your comments have made it into this first book. So thank you all for your feedback. It takes about 48 to 72 hours for my editing team to get the entire book totally formatted and perfect. Once the editing team send it over my way, within the next few days, I will do a final proofread of every little period, dot, phrase, word, sentence, anything that could be totally off. I will do a full fine-tooth comb proofread of the whole thing. And then once it is ready, I will be releasing it on Amazon Kindle, most likely within the next week. So if you're one of the people that have donated to the Mandela Effect Book Project, there's been 18 of you total. Different tiers that you donated in will actually include a free Kindle ebook. The paperback takes a little bit longer to format. It can take up to 2 weeks. And then the proofs and all those different things take a little while to deliver. I have to get them physically mailed to me. I have to read the whole proof, give it a thumbs up before Amazon will release it. So the paperback will take a little bit longer, but for those of you who signed up for the ebook, I should have copies for you guys within the next week, and I'm super excited. Also, because I am going to continue to write volume 2 and also volume 3, I haven't got to volume 3 yet. It's going to be pretty intense. You can continue to donate to the Mandela Effect GoFundMe book project if you would like to be included in the next book, if you would still like copies of the books that are coming out moving forward. But just so you guys know, if you do donate to the Mandela Effect book project, from here on out, your donations will go to volume 2 of the book, not to volume 1. So if you donate now, you will basically be donating to receive an ebook of volume 2 or a paperback of volume 2. So I hope that makes sense. Guys, I am so excited. I'm so honored to have had so much help with this project from all of you. I have received so many amazing emails and comments and so many great people reaching out to me over the past couple of weeks. My subscribers have gone up 350 in just the month of June alone. So I have gained 350 new amazing people watching this content and supporting me. And I just have to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for your support. Also, I had a couple new people join me over on Patreon. I now have 10 patrons. I don't push Patreon very much, so that's probably why I just have 10 people over there. But if you'd like to come and support me on Patreon, I just ask $1 per month for support. And I do private videos, I do private classes, and other things on Patreon that are not accessible here on YouTube. So that's about it, guys. I will be back with an announcement video when the book is ready on Kindle, and I'm so excited to bring it to all of you. Besides just working on the book for the last week, I've been really busy with school, and I have another essay that I had to write in the past week that was pretty intense. It's not about 3D organ printing or anything like that. It's about a moment in history that was very deviant. So that's all I will say, but I will be back with another essay for you guys in the near future. And in the meantime, yeah, come support the GoFundMe project for the Mandela Effect book. Share this video if you've been in my comment section, or if you've been in the comment section of other major videos on YouTube. There's a very good chance that your 2 cents will make it into this book. So thank you guys ever so much. I love you all, and sending love and peace from Norway. Bye-bye.